What if I told you that prosperity is about more than just financial stability? Through the lens of Solomon's wisdom, the Bible reveals that true prosperity is deeply rooted in justice, wisdom, and a sincere relationship with God. For Solomon, wealth is not the ultimate goal, but a byproduct of living according to divine principles. It's not money that brings peace, but understanding God's purpose for our lives. Many people spend their lives chasing financial security, hoping that jobs or material possessions will fill an inner void, only to feel empty. This dissatisfaction arises because wealth without purpose is like water that never quenches thirst. God teaches us that true financial security does not come from our income, but from applying His principles in daily life. Prosperity is alive and grows as we embrace eternal values, leading to spiritual security and peace. Solomon invites us to see wealth not as an end, but as a tool for fulfilling God's purposes. Wealth without wisdom becomes a burden, while wealth with wisdom allows us to live fully. Imagine financial decisions made not out of fear or unchecked ambition, but from the certainty of walking in step with God's principles. This perspective frees us from the burden of simply having and moves us toward the blessing of being. Let's journey deeper into what it means to possess wealth that lasts and transforms. When we think of wealth, we often picture money and material goods. But Solomon teaches us that true wealth is more profound and enduring. It comes from wisdom, justice, and living with a purpose aligned with God. These treasures are immune to the passage of time or life's uncertainties. They add genuine value to our existence and our work. Financial wealth, when pursued without higher values, quickly loses its meaning. How many people amass fortunes yet feel lost and dissatisfied? Solomon reminds us that wealth aligned with God's purposes stands the test of time, nourishes the soul, and inspires others to grow. It's a wealth that reflects wisdom and compassion, transforming lives and drawing us closer to our divine purpose. This understanding challenges us to see wealth as not just for our own benefit, but as something to be shared and multiplied for the good of others. When we live this truth, every small decision gains new meaning. Success becomes part of a greater mission where we honor the Creator and uplift those around us. Biblical wealth is not tied to market trends or job stability. It depends on divine values, offering peace and confidence even in uncertainty. With this foundation, we can transform our view of money itself, seeing it as a tool for purpose and growth, not as an end in itself. You've likely heard the phrase, "Money is the root of all evil," but this is a misinterpretation. The Bible actually teaches that the love of money is the root of all evil. Solomon's wisdom clarifies that the problem isn't money itself, but the place it occupies in our hearts. When money dominates our thoughts and actions, it leads to difficulties. However, when seen as a means to fulfill God's purposes, it becomes a powerful tool. Another common myth is that spirituality requires poverty. Many believe that being faithful means rejecting material wealth. But biblical figures like Abraham, Job, and Solomon show us otherwise. They were wealthy, yet maintained deep relationships with God. The issue is never about possessing wealth, but how we use it and whether it reflects God's values. Solomon teaches that wealth can be a reflection of God's blessings when used wisely. The question is, does money define us, or do we define the purpose of our money? When wealth serves God's purposes, helping others, spreading His word, or creating opportunities, it becomes a blessing. But when it becomes our ultimate goal, it turns into a burden. There's no harm in desiring material comfort, as long as it's aligned with spiritual principles. Money is a resource, not the center of existence. Finding this balance allows us to pursue true prosperity while keeping our faith unshaken. Prosperity requires more than just faith. It demands wisdom in managing resources. Solomon emphasizes that understanding and applying knowledge are fundamental to true prosperity. In Proverbs, he advises us to seek wisdom and understanding above all, as they build the foundation for lasting success. Financial education from a biblical perspective involves aligning our material resources with God's values. It's not just about earning more, it's about managing wisely what we already have. Without control over our finances, we become vulnerable to circumstances and opinions. But when we handle money with discipline, we find freedom and stability. Imagine making every financial decision with clarity and wisdom. Avoiding unnecessary debt and preparing for the future are part of the financial education Solomon advocates. This wisdom allows us to grow materially without straying from divine principles. Mastering finances is a responsibility that reflects our commitment to God. By seeking financial discipline and preparation, we honor God and pave the way for lasting prosperity grounded in faith. An entrepreneurial mindset is about more than starting a business. It's about seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. Solomon's wisdom inspires us to adopt a proactive approach, using our gifts and talents to create meaningful contributions. Financial independence comes not from relying on one job, but from embracing creativity and adaptability. Solomon uses the ant as an example of diligence and preparation, encouraging us to be resourceful and autonomous. Whether it's turning a hobby into extra income or diversifying your skills, this mindset opens doors. Being entrepreneurial is an act of faith. When we trust God to bless the work of our hands, every effort becomes part of His greater plan. Small ventures like starting a side project can grow into meaningful sources of provision. Persistence and creativity become tools for financial freedom. This mindset isn't just about money, it's about building a life aligned with God's purpose. Each opportunity, whether big or small, is a chance to grow spiritually and materially. Crises are inevitable, but Solomon teaches that they reveal our true strength. In Proverbs, he says, "If you falter in the day of adversity, your strength is small." Difficulties test our resilience and offer opportunities to grow. Viewing crises as moments to learn helps us see beyond obstacles and identify new paths forward. Many great leaders and entrepreneurs found success amid setbacks. Challenges refine our skills, broaden our faith, and teach us to adapt. The Bible reminds us that tribulations shape our character. Solomon encourages us to seek divine wisdom in difficult times, transforming obstacles into stepping stones for growth. Every trial faced with determination brings us closer to independence and understanding. When we approach adversity with courage and faith, we inspire others and deepen our reliance on God. Each crisis becomes a springboard for new achievements and a reminder of God's faithfulness. Persistence is essential for financial and personal success. Solomon teaches that dedication and consistency lead to prosperity, even when progress feels slow. Small, daily efforts build over time into extraordinary results. Think of prosperity like a plant. It requires consistent care to grow. Each small achievement is a step toward a larger goal. Persistence doesn't mean ignoring obstacles, but facing them with patience and strategy. This silent strength turns intentions into actions and dreams into legacies. Solomon reminds us that persistence reflects faith, trusting that our efforts have purpose and that God will bring the harvest at the right time. By staying focused and resilient, we build a solid foundation rooted in unshakable values. Persistence transforms us, guiding us toward lasting prosperity aligned with God's will. True prosperity isn't measured by material wealth alone, but by how we align our lives with God's purpose. Solomon's wisdom teaches us that wealth is a tool, not a goal, and that persistence, faith, and wisdom lead to lasting success. If you've made it this far, you're already taking steps toward true prosperity. Reflect on where you place your trust and how you manage what God has entrusted to you. With faith, discipline, and an entrepreneurial spirit, you can transform challenges into opportunities and live a life of abundance. Declare this truth over your life: I am prosperous. Trust that God will guide you as you apply His principles to your financial and spiritual journey. Subscribe, share your story, and continue walking this path with God toward lasting peace, purpose, and prosperity. May He bless you and multiply your efforts.